Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Thursday, the 25th of July, 2024, the year of 1,000,000 transactions per second or more. Experience the best of both worlds today at betbitcoinsv.com, the best casino and sports betting on chain. Have a little flutter in private using the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. Right, let's see what we've got in store for us today. Great article here by CoinGeek. Says a Wright's legal losses shift focus to BSV blockchain superior technology. Nice. This one here by CoinSlate saying UK regulators find Coinbase $4.5 million grant Revolut banking license. Then we got this one by Cointelegraph saying crypto community reacts to Windows CrowdStrike outage as blockchains unaffected. That's alright. Little bit of Bitcoin history, and then we've got the charts as per usual. Right, there we go. So let's get into it.
Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong, them transactions flying free. Just wait for the terror node, you'll surely see.
Here we go. Right, let's see this one then. So, Wright's legal losses shift focus to BSV blockchain superior technology. Craig Wright's antagonists are bubbling over with crikey, what's this? Schadenfreude following his legal losses in the UK, but the verdict also means that Wright's personal life is no longer relevant to the future of BSV blockchain. In the civil suit brought against Wright by the Crypto Open Patent Alliance, the court's verdict was emphatic. Wright is not Satoshi Nakamoto, creator of Bitcoin. The verdict was based in large part on Wright's apparent inability to stop spinning tall tales and his resulting efforts to forge documentation to support those misrepresentations. This article does not intend to question the court's verdict, the fallout from which Wright will have to live with for the rest of his life. But when the trial history of Bitcoin is viewed decades from now, Wright's role will be a complicated one. Critics will point to Satoshi's claims as evidence that the man was nothing more than a fraud asserting a legacy to which he was not entitled. Others will see Wright as a champion of Satoshi's original vision, a stance that proved pivotal in restoring Bitcoin to its original capabilities, leading to the further development of the technology and that otherwise would have died on the vine. Bitcoin made its debut in 2009, but its development was waylaid until 2017 by the BTC core developers, self-interested tampering with Bitcoin's protocol. Ironically or not, this group included some of the same COPA members that sued Wright, which suggests that COPA game plan extended well beyond personally taking Wright down a peg. It was Wright who led the charge to restore the protocol on its original design, which lives on in the form of BSV, the only true enterprise blockchain technology, the only protocol that can trace its uninterrupted origin to the original Genesis block. Very true. The only protocol on which a smart contract issued today won't conflict with any other transaction recorded to the blockchain to date, since the protocol is locked forever. Good point. Wright's critics rejoice at the reduction of the fit value of BSV token following the legal judgment, as if it was evidence that BSV blockchain technology was somehow tainted by Wright's actions. These same critics ignore BSV's price recovery, further exposing their bias. This is what you'd expect from a group that has abandoned all efforts to find utility for their network and now views fiat token price as the only true measuring stick. These critics don't seem to realise that the 2017 transaction from Bitcoin's peer-to-peer electronic cash to BTC's digital gold was a time bomb that will bring about BTC's self-destruction. Mining profitability is at an all-time low, and miners are increasingly pivoting to artificial intelligence because they don't see any way to stop BTC's train from running off its fiscal tracks. That's true. The artificial constraints the BTC core developers place on Bitcoin throughput means Satoshi's long-term plan for transaction fees to replace the block reward can never occur. As a result, miners will continue to drop out ahead of the next halving event, leaving an ever-dwindling number of miners in charge of BTC security. Expect BTC proponents to talk less and less about so-called decentralization as the miner exodus reaches its logical conclusion of being reduced to just one or two nodes. That's true. BSV remains the best and only way forward. BSV remains the only technology out there that Satoshi would recognize as his own creation. BSV is committed to constantly expanding the number of transactions possible on a blockchain, as well as how developers might use this freedom to devise new solutions to old problems. The hope here is that BSV scalability and utility will benefit a far greater slice of humanity, that the relative handful of BTC bag holders and their promotion of a speculative crypto casino exchange fiat value inflating paradigm. BSV's expansive capabilities leave it in a far better position than BTC. Where it comes to mining, jurisdictions are rapidly waking up to BTC's incredible demand for electricity and the resulting environmental impact, all just to keep a few wealthy hodlers in the black. As AI's own electricity demand grows, governments will have to make a hard choice as to whether AI deserves priority over BTC mining. Given AI's broader use case, including its role in national defense, this choice really won't be that hard. By contrast, BSV denominates its green credentials by processing exponentially more transactions and more useful transactions than BTC with the same amount of electricity. Thanks to BTC's scalability and transaction costs measured in fractions of a cent, BSV is the only network that enables developers to create workable Web3 applications. Moreover, BSV's locked protocol ensures the work these developers produce won't be undone by unnecessary tinkering. BSV is also the only platform that can realize the promise of MetaNet, an economically integrated online system that enables cost-effective instant micropayments. In tandem with AI and IPv6, BSV's unbounded transaction capacity will allow easy access and monetization of web pages, services to every single piece of online data. This will empower individual creators to engage in a direct-to-consumer model while simultaneously offering greater control over one's personal information. Utilising the increased volume of data generated by Internet of Things IoT devices, both industrial and personal, will also benefit from BSV's robust capacity. Other blockchains might claim to process similar capacities, but as evidenced by Solana's frequent reboots, their technology is simply not ready for prime time and probably never will be. If Copa's real target all along was BSV, and Wright was simply the flawed vessel that provided an easy path to victory, Copa's members may well come to regret this strategy. For Wright's legal loss and his subsequent withdrawal from the limelight has removed a major impediment to people's focusing on BSV technology rather than personalities behind it. Oh, very good point. Individuals can be flawed, but BSV, reflecting its role as the original blockchain, remains the purest technology platform out there. But don't take our word for it. Visit bsvblockchain.org and see for yourself why Satoshi, whoever they were, would feel right at home. Awesome, here we go. Watch Terminator and Web3 world with edge-to-edge electronic value system. Nice. Right, that's 7 minutes gone. Let's have a quick look at this. UK regulators fined Coinbase $4.5 million, grant Revolut banking license. Two crypto companies, Coinbase and Revolut, suffered contrasting fortunes in the hands of the UK authorities during this past week. Coinbase fined the UK Financial Conduct Authority fined Coinbase Payments Limited, a subsidiary of Coinbase Group, £3.5 million, which is $4.5 million, for breaches related to anti-money laundering. In a July 23rd notice, the FCA explained that the fine resulted from Coinbase's Payment Limited repeated violations of its guidelines. Initially, the fine was £5 million, but due to a settlement disclosure, it was reduced by 30% to £3.5 million. In October 2020, the Coinbase Payment Limited agreed to strengthen its financial crime controls policies following a regulatory visit. The agreement included a commitment to not accept new high-risk customers without adhering to FCA guidance. However, the FCA found that Coinbase Payment Limited continued to onboard and serve 13,416 high-risk customers. Approximately 31% of these customers deposited nearly $24.9 million on the platform, which was then used on other Coinbase platforms for crypto transactions totaling £226 million, or dollars actually. Consequently, the FCA determined that Coinbase Payment Limited failed to comply with the recommended controls the regulator stated. The failing significantly increased the risk that financial crime might be facilitated by the firm at the time when the authority had informed Coinbase Payments Limited that its system and controls were not fully effective and required remediation. Revolut license. On July 25th, Revolut announced it received a restricted banking license from the UK's Prudential Regulation Authority, which oversees the banking sector. The license comes more than 3 years after Revolut first applied in 2021 and initially places the firm in the mobilisation stage. Francesca Carlesi, UK CEO of Revolut, said, "It's a tremendous responsibility to be a bank in the UK, and we will work relentlessly to offer products and services that improve the financial lives of everyone who uses Revolut." Revolut is a challenger bank that has made significant strides in the crypto industry. In May, the firm launched Revolut X, a standalone crypto exchange designed for retail customers. Notably, the company recently published its financial accounts for last year, showing that its revenue surpassed $2 billion and recorded profits before tax of £545 million. Dollars. It's all right, isn't it? Latest UK stories was this: Craig Wright ordered to pin Copper loss on social media amid pending perjury charges. Bitcoin mining touted solutions for UK's renewable energy goals. The UK could be the first country to design CBDCs to help people, not banks. Don't know about that. And a High Court action freezes £1.5 million of Craig Wright's assets amid defamation fallout. Alright, kind of interesting there. Let's have a look at this one. So a crypto community reacts to Windows CrowdStrike outage as blockchain's unaffected. Many crypto community members noted that blockchain's decentralized nature allowed them to continue running despite widespread outages across the global economy. Members of the crypto community took to social media on July 19th expressing a feeling of triumph as blockchain networks like Bitcoin and Ethereum remained running during one of the largest information technology outages in history. Despite the shutdown of many courts of law, healthcare providers, airlines and other essential social services, users were still free to transact on crypto and blockchain networks. Former Bitcoin Core and Linux kernel developer Jeff Garzik noticed the contrast between the widespread outages and centralized services, while blockchains continued to run smoothly. In a post on social media platform X, he stated, "A global IT outage, Linux, Bitcoin and Ethereum unaffected." Very true. I might have to have a look at that one. Jameson Lopp, co-founder of that's BTC multi-signature wallet service Casa, also chimed in on the news. Quotes here: "The massive infrastructure outages occurring globally right now are a stark example of why Bitcoin Node software does not automatically update," Lopp stated, adding that auto-update introduces systemic risk. Pro-crypto Senator Cynthia Loomis also noted that the blockchains remained up and running. "Do you know what form of currency hasn't been affected by widespread cyber outages?" he asked, rhetorically, answering Bitcoin. Loomis ended her post with versus and numis, a Latin phrase that means strength in numbers, apparently referring to the thousands of validator nodes that validate BTC transactions. Some community members emphasized the role of the Windows operating system in the outage, claiming that one of the strengths of blockchains is that they typically run on multiple operating systems. Dr. Cal, the developer of BTC wallet Cashew, reminded users that Bitcoin founder Satoshi Nakamoto had originally argued against developing a Linux client. "While it's tempting to do a Linux port, auto run might give us 300% more nodes, while Linux might give us 3% more." He quoted Satoshi as saying Bitcoin Core developer Peter Todd responded to Carl's post, stating Satoshi was just wrong in this. The bigger market was nerds running Linux. Really? The Bitcoin researcher, the creator of the analytics platform Bitcoin Lab, also responded to the post, claiming that Linux still serves an important role today, keeping the Bitcoin network strong and resilient, and that Bitcoin running on Windows Mac only would have a single point of failure. Although the Bitcoin software was originally released for Windows in January 2009, a Linux version launched later that year. According to a Forbes report, the outage was caused by a flawed automatic update sent out to all devices running CrowdStrike for Windows. CrowdStrike, a cybersecurity program that attempts to detect and prevent exploits against IT systems. The Mac and Linux versions of CrowdStrike were unaffected by the update. On July 19th, CrowdStrike CEO George Kurtz said the company is attempting to resolve the issue and get businesses back online. All right. Very good. Let's have a look at Bitcoin history today. 25th of July. Let's see what we've got. Coming up to a year soon. 25th of July. Here we go. All right. So we just quotes here from the Satoshi Nakamoto Institute. So have a look at this. A simple traffic load test run. And then, more on that. And also Bitcoin 0.3 released. That was July 25th, 2010. And a post here on stealing coins, which continue to be reported on here. I wish I was more technical to actually really understand all of this. But this was all on July 25th, 2010. There we go. Excellent. Right, let's get into the figures. Oh, look at this. So we've had a dip in the price at $42. Hash rate, let's just check the difficulty adjustment for BTC. Still pretty much all-time highs, really. Let's have a look at the hash rate on Bitcoin. Still steady away. That's good. Network nodes, if you've not seen the network nodes, these are they. Blows my mind every time. Look at this. All this stemmed from one 9-page white paper. Absolutely crazy. Transactions just a 9.37. BNV chart says they are 82,000. We'll cross-reference that with what's on chain. 80,000. All right. And block size. Let's have a look at this. Some nice sized blocks coming through here. Look, 124 megabyte. 133 megabyte, 102 megabyte, 183. So we've got 183 megabyte block, and BTC is stuck at 1. So like literally 183 times larger in that one block than the entire column. I mean, it's just crazy. Crazy. It's 67,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than the core coin, SegWit, and the profitability again being very carefully managed. Mining, Bcrash, Fisher Price Cash, and BTC, much of a muchness, but it's 50%. Well, you're mining at 50% comparable loss, mining on the genuine Bitcoin, but you don't mind doing that because you're scooping up so much more coins because other miners are not economically incentivized to mine it. That's how we know this situation is still being managed. So sit tight, don't panic. We know what's going on. Let's have a look at these. Have a look at the politics. Global hash rate 7 days. Global hash rate 24 hours. Cool coin hash rate. Other miners with 1.39% on there. Bcrash 33.33% with other miners. Fisher Price Cash. Who cares? And we'll have to look at what's on chain instead of Coin Dance for genuine Bitcoin. Look at that. So Tal 51.68. Kuv 27.5, QD Link 16.11, and Gorilla Pool being squeezed down to 4.7. Let's have a look at Crypto Quant. Look, exchanges still cashing out even though the price of BTC was going up. Let's have a look at the Tether Weather market cap. Oh, it's gone down over the day. Massively up on the week as we saw the other day. USDC all in the green market cap. Oh, that's down actually on the day. And just upsy downsy over 7 days. Short and longs, very misguided there. Let's have a look at Bitcoin versus BTC. Bitcoin taking a beating there, probably because Tether and that being pumped into the market. Let's have a look at Bitcoin versus USD. Also being going down. Cross-reference that with Orange Gateway. That's compared to BTC. Let's look compared to USD. Yeah, look, had a sell-off there. Live Coin Watch crypto market, $2.3 trillion. Got Cool Coin with a trade volume of 2.3%. That's really not much at all. And again, we'll just have a laugh at the figures that Live Coin Watch expect us to believe here. Look. They think that there's 860,000 asks versus 5.3 bids versus 4.8 million asks. What a joke. What a joke. That's just hilarious. Oh dear. And a little bit, let's have a look at the leaderboards. Here we go. Still, people down at the moment. Let's have a look at soccer. What have we got here? Europa League, UEFA, Brazil Series. Do we have anything with Premier League? Surely there must be Premier League on here. Let's have a look at what's going on live. That's baseball, all leagues. Oh, just baseball. Soccer. Oh, okay. Cardiff City in one of them. Loving this. Look, like live events you can bet on. Using Bitcoin. 1.2, 1.2. 1.1, nice. Loving that. That's pretty cool. Right, there we go. We'll leave it there. So if you enjoy these updates, please ding your donations for your appreciation. They are always greatly appreciated. To Satoshi at either Sembi.com, Handcash.io, Simply.cash, Relasia.com, Rockwallet.me or Senti.ch. We'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it. As ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.